The President of the United States siding with a convicted felon and against members of his own Justice Department.
And now more fallout from President Trump's efforts to protect his ally Roger Stone. KCAL 9 political reporter Randy Page is here with the latest. Randy.
You know, whether you like him or not, most people would have to agree Roger Stone is a real character. You've probably seen him dressed in wild clothes, sporting those black-rimmed round glasses, with his hands in the air declaring victory in homage to Richard Nixon. Well, tonight, that image of Roger Stone takes on a whole new meaning in light of the latest developments in his case. A president calling for justice?
He was treated very badly, 9 years recommended.
Or a president bent on revenge?
It's a disgrace, and frankly, they ought to apologize to a lot of the people whose lives they've ruined.
The they the president's talking about is 4 federal prosecutors who were prepared to ask a federal judge to issue a sentence of 7 to 9 years to longtime Trump ally Roger Stone for multiple felony convictions. All 4 prosecutors withdrew from the case after the Justice Department overruled their recommendation and asked the judge to issue a lesser sentence.
They ought to go back to school and learn, because I'll tell you, with the way they treated people.
The Justice Department insists there was no coordination with the White House, but this morning, President Trump congratulated Attorney General William Barr for his involvement.
Attorney General William Barr ought to be ashamed and embarrassed and resign.
Democrats charge Barr was enabling the president's abuse of power.
I have formally requested that the Inspector General of the Justice Department investigate this matter immediately.
The president also targeted the judge overseeing the Stone case, prompting a harsh response from his ally, Senator Lindsey Graham.
I don't think the president should have tweeted about an ongoing case.
Yesterday, the president penalized the U.S. attorney in charge of the Stone trial, withdrawing her nomination for a top job at the Treasury Department.
For the president now to intervene through his attorney general to seek lighter sentences for people who were covering up his own misconduct is just an egregious violation of the rule of law.
Burbank Congressman Adam Schiff, who led the House impeachment inquiry, said he is appalled at the actions of the president and Attorney General William Barr.
And people need to wake up and see what this Justice Department is doing under the president and Bill Barr. When I read the revised sentencing memorandum, it looked like it had been written by Roger Stone's attorney. And this is now what the Justice Department has become, essentially Bill Barr acting as the personal lawyer for the president's interests and not in the interests of the American people.
Tonight on CNN, attorney Alan Dershowitz, who represented the president in the Senate impeachment trial, said Trump's actions are perfectly within his power as president.
The issue is whether or not that's unlawful or unconstitutional, and our Constitution puts the president in charge of the executive branch.
This is a 4-alarm fire and worse.
But former U.S. Attorney Harry Litman said the president's actions are a direct affront to the rule of law.
It's not simply, though it's a big part, that they completely bulldozed the career prosecutors after they'd made a recommendation, which is never, I mean, never done. No one's ever heard of it. But so plainly, as part of this president's reign of terror post-impeachment, to punish enemies and reward friends, and Stone comes first and foremost.
And we may learn more about all of this when Attorney General William Barr testifies before the House Judiciary Committee at the end of March. Democrats have tried to get him to speak since the end of the Mueller investigation.